everyone, how are you? I hope you are well. I wanted to come on and talk to you today about how angels changed my life, and I want to do that because I am going to be sharing a beautiful 6-week journey starting next week, which will help you hopefully connect with angels as well and let them change your life in the way that they've changed mine. So if you don't know me, hello, I am Chelsea Sturgeon. I think most of you have seen me before, but if you haven't, a really quick rundown. I am a holistic therapy teacher. I work online and I share accredited training courses with you, accredited by IPHM. I began my journey with angels when I was really young. So I used to connect specifically to Archangel Gabriel, and I would feel his energy kind of around me, especially before I was going to sleep and before I was going to wake up. And I used to have this bedroom, and we lived in a bungalow, and it was at the front of the house, and it was like a bay window, and my bed was in various different positions over the years, but I can remember when my bed was against the far wall, so the window would have been on my right, and I could really feel his presence just in the corner of the bay window there, and his golden light, and it just made me feel so comforted and so loved and looked after. And obviously Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication, but he also works a lot with children, and I used to feel that kind of safe presence there when I was young, and it was a beautiful thing. My understanding of angels was very much from a kind of like pseudo-Catholic upbringing, so it was that angels are these messengers that bring healing, bring love, and it was a really positive and beautiful connection to them. As I got a little bit older and I started to focus on my career, which was a career in law, you kind of start to, I suppose, forget and like lose your way in terms of spirituality, because you've got so much going on in your life that you don't stop and think about what's bigger than you. And so I was really caught in this like very masculine environment where I was overworked, burnt out. I didn't have time for a lot until it kind of got to 2016. And in 2016 I met a beautiful lady who gave me some angelic Reiki healing, and it changed my life. I honestly beforehand was like a little bit skeptical. I was kind of, what is this, like angelic Reiki? Or I didn't really know what Reiki was either, to be honest. And she was like, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna like help you heal and make you feel better, because my life was quite disastrous at that point. And I remember just crying so much after my first session because it just helped me release so much stuff, and it was really truly amazing. And that doesn't even begin to cover what the experience was like, but feeling the angels coming into the session, feeling them surround me, hold me and connect to me was just, it still blows my mind really, even thinking about it, and even having taught this now for a long time, it still amazes me every single time I see a student experience that first kind of connection with an angel. So that has completely transformed my whole life. It's transformed my career, because it was that healing session that got me interested in learning about angels and learning about holistic therapy in the first place, and ultimately that led to me leaving my law career and starting this journey. And they always say that angels send you signs, and I remember one of the very last cases that I worked on, I had to go and get some statements from a house, and when they opened the front door in this house, it was a huge house in London, and there was this enormous crucifix on the wall, like the size that you would see in an actual church. It wasn't like anything I'd ever seen in an actual house before. And I think the person that came to see must have seen me kind of looking at it, and they told me that they were poorly and they were undergoing treatment, and then they took this necklace and showed it to me and said, this is holding Archangel Michael's energy, and he's protecting me through all of my treatment and everything that I need to face, basically. And wow. I mean, I knew I was towards the end of my career at that point anyway, so I was kind of very minded to leave, but I had never really kind of engaged my emotions in the work that I did, because if you did, you'd spend the whole time just broken. But that day I nearly burst into tears right there and then in front of her, because of what she was going through, but also because of what she had said to me. And I was just like, wow, could there be like a more clear calling towards working with angels than there is in this very moment? And I didn't feel that there was, because you couldn't have made that up in that world that I worked in, or that scenario I was in. It was just completely crazy and amazing. Now, maybe you work with angels already, maybe you've connected with angels before, but the one thing none of us do is spend enough time in a space of healing and connection. And so that's what I have created. I've created 6 weeks over 6 evenings of connection, healing, and space for you to be held. We're gonna meet a new archangel every week, and it's not going to be your run-of-the-mill everyday angels. We are going to work with Archangel Gabriel, because that's where it all began for me. But these are going to be angels that you probably haven't worked with before, or you may have only worked with once or twice. So we're not just going to do ones that you've all known about and heard about. We're going to explore some new beautiful energies. And during these workshops, which will be at 7:30 in the evening, or they'll be there on catch up, we will learn about that angel, we will learn about the healing that they offer, and then the best bit, I will be giving you all healing with that particular angel's help. So we will channel that angel, we'll bring the healing into the session so that you actually have time to reap the benefits and reap the rewards of working with angels, so that you can really feel what that is like. You can experience what it's like to have an angel in your presence giving you healing. So it's a beautiful way to experience it without having to go to a full healing session, but you will get effectively the same as a full healing session in these workshops, plus a little bit more as well. The sessions are £12 each, or you get an £18 discount if you book all 6 together, so that will be £54. So I'll pop the links in the comments below so that you can sign up. I do need you to sign up if you want to do it, as opposed to kind of expressing interest, which I'm very grateful for. But I do need you to let me know by signing up, and you can sign up for one at a time, or you can sign up for all 6 if you want to get the discount as well. But this isn't really about any of that. This is about you getting to experience some time in healing, some time in connection. Oh gosh, sorry, a bee just made me jump. Time in healing, time in connection, and time for you, which you deserve, because there is a lot going on in the world right now and we all need connection. So with that, I'll leave you alone. Have a little look in the comments. If you can't make the live, that's absolutely fine. Come and join me for catch up, but just have some time for you. And you never know, these angels may just change your life like they changed mine. See you soon.